how true is the HARP, the weather control? How true is that?
100%.
Yeah.
What is weather? It's energy. What is the weather? It's electromagnetic information
So
fields.
there's something out there that controls the weather. The HARP, is it a HARP system, the HARP effect?
Well, the HARP in Alaska is one of them. They're called ionosphere heaters, but there's many of them now. And they are high-powered radio frequency technology that manipulates the electromagnetic field of the planet. And within that electromagnetic field are the fields of energy that we call weather. So if you can manipulate those fields to act in different ways, you can manipulate the weather. You can create hurricanes, you can create tornadoes. You know what a tornado is? It's a fast-rotating electromagnetic field. That's all it is. That's why they appear during electrical storms. It's electromagnetic fields spinning. And you can spin electromagnetic fields and create tornadoes. You can manipulate the field so that rain doesn't manifest. You can create a drought, or you can make rain manifest massively, and you can get floods. This is what you can do. In fact, I'll give you just a very quick example going way back to, what was it, the 50s, I think it was, 60s, 50s, I think it was. There was a rainstorm in a place called Lynmouth in Devon that was so fantastic in such a short time that the river that comes down, actually the stream, not really a river, down through the town into the sea, was a vast wall of water that killed a great number of people. I think it was 1952 keeps coming to mind. Destroyed so many houses, devastated the place. And it was 250 times the rainfall that would be expected in that area, right? All these years later, decades and decades later, BBC Radio, to be fair, they don't do many good investigations, but this was one. They did an investigation program that established that the RAF had flown over that area just before, and they'd sent out chemicals into the clouds that stimulated rain. It was an experiment.
So that's chemtrails?
Well, that's chemtrails, which are, of course, they come out the back of planes, and not contrails because they disappear because they're based on condensation and heat. Chemtrails come out of the plane and don't disappear. They just pan out and eventually fall to Earth. Well, they're full of lots of things. And yes, they are indirectly affecting the weather and affecting many other things. My last book was called Everything You Need to Know and have never been told, and it goes into some of this in detail that we're talking about now and all the other stuff we talked about. But manipulating the weather is very straightforward these days through technology. But remember, I said they manipulate the weather by manipulating electromagnetic fields that dictate the weather. The body, the brain, is an expression of electromagnetic fields and electrical circuits. Technologically generated electromagnetic fields and electrical circuits, Wi-Fi, phone communications, this lethal stuff they're bringing in now, which is actually a weapon called 5G, are fundamentally impacting upon the electromagnetic fields of the body, which affect people psychologically and which affect them, quote, physically and emotionally. It's why you get so many people who are close to these towers that suffer from depression. It's because they're being affected by the technological electromagnetic impact on their field, which expresses itself psychologically in terms of emotion, in terms of physicality. And the body's electromagnetic fields, when they're in a balanced, harmonious state, equal physical health, a lack of dis-ease, disharmony. When you start impacting upon the balance of that field, you create disharmony, and through that you get physical dis-ease, which is just an expression of electromagnetic disharmony.
Disease causes disease.
This is why people that work or live close to these sources of electromagnetic energy, be they phone towers or whatever, are so they get cancers that are very rare in the population because they have certain effects that go on. This is why radiation is dangerous. This is why radiation affects you. And of course, what we're living in now, almost everywhere, is a permanent state of walking, living, and breathing through electromagnetic, technologically generated fields.